What's good with y'all, man? It's the God. Much love, much infinite evolution, much infinite quantum abundance to all. Right here, man. Shout out to the young man in the three. It's their podcast. I think it's JJ Reddick, his OG and his partner, him and his partner podcast. Put the ad to their channel in the description below. Right here, we got Duncan Robinson and Austin Reeves just talking about narratives. Let's get straight to it.
A lot of narratives are shaped around media. A lot of those narratives are also shaped around, in my opinion, sometimes lazy reporting. A lot of that box score watching that we're talking about. How do you create like sort of a sacred space and not letting that get infiltrated with nonsense and noise?
Yeah, and I've thought this for a long time, even going back to college. Like, I feel like people just don't really know basketball. And you can be one of the biggest, media guys. I still genuinely don't think that you know basketball. And I'm not saying specific people. I just don't think that people really watch the game in an aspect of, did you help the game? I think people go to the paper, to the box score and just say, oh, he went 5 for 17. He had 14 points and 7 assists, 4 turnovers. And then they just go off that. Like, there's been many games like I spoke to where I haven't shot the ball well from the floor, but I impacted winning. And,
if you want to call some people out.
No, I'm good. Duncan's got some stuff to let off his chest.
I'm saying, like coach.
But hey, man, you heard it right there first from Austin Reeves, like our 15. But like he said, man, it's some nights where he didn't shoot the ball from the floor well, shoot the ball well on the floor, but he impacted winning. Like you said, most people, the narratives and the media guys, biggest media guys, whoever you feel like that is, don't really know the game. And it's actually just about like stirring up, talking points and all that. And that's cool too. But it's like, that's when it just comes down to when we're talking about legacies and how people talk about certain players. That's why I just feel like accolades, all NBA teams, first team all NBA, second, third, first team, second team all defense, MVPs, stuff like that that's voted on by other people's opinion. I think it's fire for the players from a perspective of, man, I'm being acknowledged for all the work I put in, my love for the game, my dedication in the gym day in, day out, and people see me. But ultimately, when it comes to talking about how these players impact the game and just talking about what's happening on the court, I think accolades mean absolutely nothing. So you have certain groups of players that you know what they are when you watch them. So it's like it's like the Tim Duncan and Rudy Gobert conversation. Like, Rudy Gobert, I think, has 3 or 4 DPOIs, but it's like, I don't think most people would say that Tim Duncan is a worse defender than Rudy Gobert. You see what I'm saying? So, but it's like, that's based off of the media narrative that Rudy Gobert has 4 and Tim Duncan only has 1. And I mean, this narrative fluctuates for said players based off of the media narrative that they're being given and the archetype and the consensus of what the media says about them, or TikTok or Twitter, X, or Instagram, etc. So YouTube, podcasts. But ultimately, it's just about what's happening on the court. And we have to really start to realize most people don't have time to watch the game. So they do listen to these narratives and they do listen to, ESPN and the talking heads and the podcast. And they kind of flow through, and it's like you kind of register with some of these things because you're like, why would they have to lie for? But it's like, you really have to watch the game and really acknowledge what's happening on the court, and not just the stats and not just the numbers, and see what's actually happening throughout the flow and the swings of the game. So, hey, man, I appreciate y'all for listening to this video. Much love, much infinite evolution. Love yourself always. It's the God. I'm out.